So then we raised a bunch of money, got a bunch of employees, launched a website, and holy crap, we got so much press. So the day we launched, we got coverage in like every major tech and business publication that we knew existed. And that was cool. But what was even cooler was that like a week later, our PR firm called and they said, so Good Morning America wants to shoot a segment here in LA tomorrow. And we were like, oh my God, tomorrow. Okay, we had to get all these girls who would let us come into their closets. It was really hard to pull it together. And I didn't really sleep the night before because I was getting it all together, but we did it. And when we started shooting that segment, it was on Thursday morning. The PR firm called back and they said, and they want to do a live one in New York tomorrow morning with the tape segment. And I was like, well, how does anybody get to New York by then? And she said, I don't know, but somebody has to. Well, guess who somebody is? So it was the middle of, it was right after Hurricane Sandy. And there were no cars. There was no gas. So there were no taxis from the airports in New York. So basically, I shot a taped segment in LA from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. to 2 p.m. Got on a 4 p.m. flight to New York. Landed at 12:30. My husband's godson, who had a friend who owned a gas station on Long Island, came and picked me up at the airport, drove me into Manhattan, went to a friend's house, showered, got dressed. Good Morning America car picked me up at 5:30 in the morning. At 6:30, I was standing in the middle of Times Square in a booth that said "Cash for your closet," appraising the outfits of tourists for the camera. At 8:30, I was hanging out with Laura Spencer, doing a segment, sounding like an expert. And at 8:40, I was upstairs at Good Morning America doing customer service. And because we didn't have enough customer service to handle this giant bump. And I hadn't slept in a few days. And then I got on a plane home and I did customer service the whole way home. And got back to the office where a bunch of exhausted employees greeted me. And we stayed and we packed shipping kits until 2 or 3 in the morning and woke up and did it all again the next day. Yeah, you want to do this? And so I was kind of talking about like the highs and the lows. And this is a perfect example of that. I had never done national television live. And then also the coolest thing was that I was standing in the middle of Times Square and they showed the tape segment, which I hadn't seen yet. And the first part of it was this graphic that like spun in and it was a smartphone and it had eBay, Amazon, Tradesy. And I could hear vaguely the tape segment and it was like, eBay and Amazon have a new neighbor. Look out, it's Tradesy. I was like,